Thank you for watching this video. So this video is titled My Journey to Better Health with Mounjaro, Gaining Weight and High Fasting Blood Sugar. My name is Jocelyn. I'm 46. I have type 2 diabetes. I am overweight. I have an underactive thyroid. I have IBS. I am perimenopausal, high cholesterol, and was recently prescribed Mounjaro by my endocrinologist, and I'm on 5 milligrams. In this video, I'm going to share with you my feelings and what I think would happen to make me gain weight while I'm on Mounjaro and have a terrible fasting blood sugar. First, a disclaimer, I am not a medical professional, and the information I'm sharing is my own personal opinions and experiences and should not be considered medical advice or take the place of you seeking medical advice from a licensed healthcare professional. So let's talk about what we got going on. So this is day 6 of Mounjaro. I did a video on day 5 where I had lost a whopping 9.3 pounds. I didn't talk about how I tested my blood sugar in the car, and it was 154. So it was starting to creep up, and I was a little bit disappointed, and the numbers I got this morning was not very good. So if you watch any of my videos, you know I am not medication compliant. I have been on some sort of daily medication for over 30 years. I'll admit, I hate taking medication. I saw a video yesterday that stated that Ozempic is an oral form called, but I'm not on Ozempic, I'm on Mounjaro, but there's an oral form called Rybelsus, which and there was some talk about whether or not it was more effective because it is, you have to take it subcutaneous and all kinds of stuff. But there are some other things that they talk about, like you have to take the medication on an empty stomach, 30 minutes before you eat, before you take any medication. And of course, it's every day. But Google search says it's just as effective, and the video I watched said it was a little bit more effective. So I don't know which one it is. So is it more effective, less effective? I really don't know. But honestly, I'm not looking at adding in any more oral medication, and a once weekly injection is perfect for someone like me, but it could be for someone who doesn't tolerate the injections. But I digress. On day 4, I took all my medications. On day 5, I took none, which could explain the high fasting blood sugar. So you might want to ask, well, how much was it? It was 215. Oof, not good. If you're wondering what that is, if you're not familiar, just getting started, you want your fasting blood sugar. Again, your doctor's going to tell you what that is, but generally it's less than 100. And I've been doing pretty good with 120s, 130s, 150 was high, so 215 is really high. And I didn't feel it this morning. Usually I feel kind of terrible. So what was going on? One thing I do notice, besides the fact that I didn't take my medication and also my diet the day before, was I had severe diarrhea all day. And personally for me, when I have diarrhea, it does raise my blood sugar. So that could have been the problem. And I'll admit, y'all, I was kind of hopeful that this medication could replace all these oral meds. I am currently on 7. So here's my little pill box with my 7 medications. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, some people have a lot more, but I can't stand it. And that doesn't include the multivitamin, something for the GERD, anything of the gastric, like the burps and stuff, and a probiotic. And I also take sporadically medications for migraines and anxiety. So I was hopeful, and I realized it's just too soon. I don't think I really went out to the thought of, I'm going to not take these because it's now working and I don't have to. But if I'm not doing what I need to do, it's just this is not going to work. So what do I need to do? Obviously take my medications. And we've tried everything. Pill boxes, taking the medication out. And part of the reason why I didn't take it was my stomach was so upset. Still kind of upset and queasy yesterday, but I felt better by the end of the day, but I still just needed to. Okay. Next, the other thing that affects both my weight and my blood sugar is physical exercise. I have suffered from a lot of fatigue lately. And I'll admit, I haven't worked out. And exercise, of course, is correlated with weight loss and better blood sugar control. In fact, this past weekend, when I first started, I walked a lot. And I need to schedule physical exercise into my schedule. I'm feeling better now. I don't have as much fatigue. I went to bed a little early last night, got a pretty good, decent amount of rest. So I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a lot better. So I think I can incorporate some working out sometime today. All right, last and most importantly was my diet. And if you like this content so far, please give this video a thumbs up, a like, and consider subscribing. So last and most importantly, when I first got on the scale this morning, I checked my blood sugar. I thought yesterday was a pretty good day. But when I actually went down and looked at how many calories I ate, I was really surprised. So the first thing was my entire day was vegetarian, which is awesome. The only two things I had was cheese and sour cream. But everything else, I did not have any meat products. I first started off with a banana because of the upset stomach, and that's part of the brat diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, toast. But that was 105 calories. I did not have any, even when I went to Chipotle, I usually get their little drinks and their teas or, whatever their little sodas things are. I didn't. I drank water. I thought I did pretty good because I had half for lunch and had the other half for dinner. So let me tell you what I had. I had the quesadillas with sofritas, which is a plant-based protein. That was 1,350 calories. Well, actually, the whole meal was 1,350. Chipotle is pretty good. If you go online and you add in all the stuff that you want to get, it'll tell you how much calories are in it. I had corn salsa, lots of carbs. I should have just had regular salsa. The tomato base should have been better. Sour cream, high in saturated fat. I didn't eat all the sour cream. I didn't eat all the corn salsa. And I also had black beans. So I didn't eat all the black beans either. Now, the other one was the guacamole, which was 230 calories. It's good for you, but it's high in calories and fat. So I thought it was pretty good. And altogether, if I ate everything, it was 1,350 calories. So if you're trying to stay about, 1,200, 1,500 calories, this really, really blew it. And I thought to myself, this is what I would normally eat on one meal. This is not something that I would eat over 2 meals. But at least I was saying to myself, let's bring some of this home. Let's not have it all at one time. Let's just cut it in half. And so I did. I took half of it home. When I got home, I had unsweetened tea with Equal. I had 10 bugles. And I thought I was doing pretty good. I mean, bugles they're these little things, and I had been craving them for a while, and they were good. But I felt I was doing pretty good because I had 10, and I would eat like one, then go do something else, then come back and eat another one, versus sitting down with the whole bag of bugles and eating them all. So I felt much better about that. The other last thing was 1/8 of a cup of moonshine, which was about 132 calories. It's the last of it, and I wanted some, I want a little drink or something, and I don't have any wine in the refrigerator. So it was literally like maybe 3 sips, and I'm thinking about 1/8 of a cup. But that was 132 calories. It's pretty high. And then a couple bites of carrots. I'm making chili for a charity for this weekend, and so prepping was about 10 calories. So all in all, my calories yesterday was, we'll say, about 1,468. The meal resulted in my blood sugar being 215, and I gained 0.7 pounds. I was 187.3 pounds on day 5, and this morning I weighed in at 188. And as I look at this, there's a bit of disappointment, of course, in myself, and I shouldn't feel bad for myself, but I still did pretty good. I'm down totally, my weight loss, I am down from when I started is 8.6 pounds in 6 days. That's pretty good. No, that's not pretty good. That's really good. Definitely the alcohol, the sour cream, the guacamole wasn't the best. Or it could have been good. I actually probably should have split that up over 3 meals or 4 meals versus two. Could have added some greens on the side, like spinach, kale salad with maybe some sort of vinaigrette that is not something like ranch dressing. I think this is where the issues come where people have where they're gain weight and they're like, oh my gosh, I've gained weight and now I got to get back on it. I don't know how people are, and I'm not trying to say that people aren't very conscious of what they're doing. But I thought yesterday was pretty good, and then I'm like, dang, gone 1,500 calories. That's a lot, and I wasn't full. So if we don't start, if I this again goes back to my whole idea that if I just take this meds and I don't do anything else, if I get off of this mess, I'm going to creep it back up. The other thing was, and that's just my own opinion. The other thing is, I was satiated, but I wasn't full. I mean, this drug is helpful for making us feel more full, which is what it's supposed to do. But I often wonder when I hear people say, "I was full, I was starving." I'm like, are we really starving, or we're just not being used to being full? And are we not slowing down what we're eating? Are we not looking at the calories? Are we not exercising? Are we not doing those things which make us to maintain weight loss? Because it can happen, right? This doesn't, just because you get off it doesn't mean that we're going to gain weight. So what can we all learn from this? If we assume without checking the numbers that we had an okay day, I thought it was great. If you told me I had 1,500 calories yesterday, I would have said, no, I didn't. I probably had 1,000. And it's still less than what I need on a daily basis. But again, if I don't, the weight's going to creep up if I don't start incorporate exercise, if I don't take on my medicine, so my body efficiently uses the sugar in my body, the weight's going to creep up and I'm not going to have the results that I need. So what do I need to do? I need to take the meds, incorporate some physical activity, incorporate my greens in my diet. You can eat all the daggone greens you want to. That's like, it's like no calories at all. Spinach, and I'm not talking about. And also think about adding in some oils when you do it, because if they are very fat soluble, if they're only water soluble diet vitamins, you need some fat within that diet, like a little bit of olive oil, like pecan oil. Doesn't have to be a bunch. Measure it out. Make your own little vinaigrettes and stuff. Pour some spices and stuff in it. Just, have some fun at it. Other thing is, need to start tracking my food. Look at the food log. I tell you, Chipotle had Chipotle's website was really good. I didn't have to go through all this, sort of things to say. I'm not sure if it's the same thing on the app. And I didn't have to go through different websites to figure out what it is. I wish more places were like that. And finally, don't be so hard on myself. I am still down 8.6 pounds in 6 days, and that is amazing. I also knew that because I didn't have the gastrointestinal issues and have the diarrhea, I had a little bit this morning, but because I didn't have it all day, I knew the weight was going to come back because I just lost a bunch of water. So yeah, that's it. So that is what happened to me, why I think I gained some weight. I'd appreciate any comments. What are you doing to make sure that you're keeping your caloric intake optimal? Also realize, some people are probably eating a little bit too less. If you do that, that'll slow down your metabolism. Are you getting in the exercise and all kinds of stuff? So I shouldn't say it's a terrible day. It was, fairly successful. I didn't go back up to what I started off, which was 196.6. I'm still, maybe, and I hate to say this, I shouldn't say this. I'm like, how can I lose? What was that? Oh, I need to lose 2 pounds. I can lose 2 pounds today so I can get on the scale tomorrow. That's terrible. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I should be happy with I what the weight loss I have had is what I expected in a month, not in days. So I hope you like this video. Share with me your insights. What do you think? Especially those that are dealing with diabetes. Are you finding it to be better controlling of stuff? Just really surprised about that number and disappointed about the weight. But I got no one to blame but myself, right? I ate all that food. And it wasn't even that much, but it was calorie laden. And I think that's what we do too often. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.